The show you are about to listen to is intended for mature audience only. There will be things said that may not be appropriate for younger audience and may offend you. We at Whatever Talk would like to apologize in advance, but really, get over it.
What's happening, folks? How y'all doing out there in reality land? I'm your host, Donnie, and I got my man's Kev with me.
What's happening?
And if you didn't know, because I didn't say it, you're listening to Whatever Talk.
We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
You should know because you push play, but hey, we talk about how stupid people are every time we get on this mug. It's like it literally has to be like instructions. Like for each character, you put an A for A, you put a a B for B, C for C. After you do that, you go up under those characters, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. I mean, you just got it. People so simple. I don't know why.
Right.
But how you been, man?
Oh, we simple, man. I'm good, man. You know, me and the fam, we good. Everything is everything. Beautiful outside.
Oh yeah. We got some Mother Nature started us out today.
Mother Nature didn't debo you today.
Nah, didn't Debo. She ain't wanna spend our money.
Holy man.
Hey, we ain't got no snow, no precipitation. We ain't even had no dew in the morning. So hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Spring on the way.
Yeah, man. Speaking of what we talked about earlier, how we gotta give instructions to people for like the most simplest thing. I thought about this ways ago. You know how we be saying Whatever Talk, the show where we make fun of reality.
Yeah.
I thought about that, the whole making fun of reality thing and the stupidity of humanity. You seen that movie called Don't Look Up on Netflix? It got Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Oh, okay, I never seen that.
All right, look it up. Heck of funny. But movies like that though, that's another movie that's similar to Look Up. Basically, it's a movie that's making fun of the stuff that went on throughout the year.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the preview for the trailer.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it is heck of funny. But for the listeners, a quick synopsis, real quick, is basically it's making fun of people of society that's always in their phone. Basically, telling you don't look up, which is what your phone is subliminally telling you in the movie. It's making it out to be. Right. But anywho, I mean, in a nutshell, it's making fun of reality like we do. And I thought about that and was like, you know how now we talk about again how jacked up mankind is. Like since civilization, we don't think unless being told to think, and then we got to think about thinking. Mm-hmm. We so jacked up in the brain that we don't realize that making fun of reality is kind of what it is. It's like it's reality, but since it ain't going nowhere, I guess we're making fun of it, but we're telling you exactly what you are doing and how you are doing it. And you're laughing at you essentially laughing at yourself being stupid and not looking up. Yeah. And you live by that code. You live by the stupidity of don't look up. And and it had me just thinking about that, like, wow, that's making fun of reality goes deeper than just making fun of it.
Yeah. Actually a little deeper than that. Not meant to be deeper than that, but it just so happens to be deeper than it.
Yeah, exactly. When you think about it, it's like, wow, that's me being who I am now. It's like, man, that I find it intriguing. I guess you could say people essentially, but mainly the brain. I think that's the mysterious thing that people be saying. God works in mysterious ways. I think the brain is the mysterious in the God in that saying. It's intriguing to me why we choose to do this. Like we see it in our face. We actively act upon it. And not only do we actively act upon it, we live by it. It's like, wow.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, it just makes you think, because we're going to go a little deeper into that later on in the topic later on in this episode. But I got some stupid lyrics for you, man. Lakira pointed them out. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
What they done did?
This one ain't per se a stupid lyric, but hecka funny.
What Sandy and them then did?
Shoot, daddy, shoot, and he's coming this way. Ooh.
Yeah. For the smell of it.
Okay, it is actually done doing his part. It's not a stupid lyric. It's just something that Lakira caught and brought it to my attention, and it was hecka funny when we heard it. It's the part where my man's who rapping in the song.
Yeah.
When he said have her sounding like a retard.
12 inches to a yard and had her sounding like a retard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in that part, right after he say, I have you sounding like a retard, one of them in the background going,
They wanted him in the back.
I did not peep that out ever until Lakira.
Me either. That's probably him doing his ad libs for the verse. That's funny.
Well, it sounds like one of them.
It might be one of them. It might be.
But yeah, that was hecka funny.
Now I gotta listen to it after that.
Yeah, how you sounded like a retard.
Sounding like a retard.
Why does retardation have a sound?
Because retardation has everything. Retardation has a lot of senses, man. Like get out of here. You sound retarded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. You look retarded. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look retarded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Retarded is everything. Like, you feel retarded, don't you? You know, it's everything. It's everything. You can probably smell retarded too.
Retarded probably does have an odor.
Stop it.
Like, man, you're so stupid, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that. I just meant like, yeah, I ain't even gonna go with
well, odor is smell.
Yeah, but like, so it's a specific smell that you smell like only because you retarded?
Because you're retarded. You have a retarded BO. Oh man.
Nigga walk in like, damn, smell retarded.
Somebody turn the IQ up on the machine.
You say you ain't got no spray and nothing, like instant.
Can you turn the IQ up on the AC?
Right. It's dumb, huh?
You know what? That's really bad. That's really talking about retarded. Turning the IQ up. Can we turn some extra chromosomes up on the AC?
They you saying that retarded means, you know.
Oh man, that's hilarious. It's funny that how you said how you use the word smell and odor. That's gonna get talked about too right now, actually.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. It's not like how you think it is. It ain't got nothing to do with odor or smell itself. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
Like, you know, these niggas out here talking about retarded people think. Like, damn.
You gonna have to wash that retarded off.
Right. Like, damn.
All right.
Damn.
Oh man, we retarded, man.
But retarded could mean that you ain't used to, you don't know when it's time to wash yourself.
That could be a part of retardation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember Ricardo Dawson?
Ricardo. Damn, I remember that name. I ain't heard that name.
You don't see me with this? Ricardo? This was him. This was him. Dawson.
He was in our school?
Yeah, Ricardo.
Ricardo.
I think that name got tossed around a few times, but it never stuck.
I think it was me who did it.
I don't think it ever stuck, but I think it did get tossed around. But
then he said, Ricardo? Who wear cargo? He said, with the cargo pants?
I bring Ricardo up in this sense because remember that time. Ricardo, bro. Okay, well, maybe you remember this. I don't think you was there because I witnessed it firsthand with my own eyes. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you were actually in the restroom at the time. But it was it was me and maybe a few other students in the restroom and Ricardo. You about to have me say it, man.
You said that Ricardo was there.
Ricardo was there, but he didn't quite make it to the bathroom. He had to do number 2. And what he did, he took this hand. He took this hand.
Oh my God.
And put it to the side.
He had a messed up hand, right?
Exactly. He had a retarded hand. He had a retarded
Everything was okay with him.
He took his strong hand, I bet it is, and put it to the side while he took the normal hand and scooped up all his acid out and threw it into the toilet so he can flush it. He did wash his hands though, so he wasn't that retarded.
You was in there? You was in there though?
Yeah, I was in there when the accident happened. I remember. I remember him scooping it up.
That story, bro. I remember y'all used to always talk about that. I wasn't in there though.
Yeah.
What grade was that?
I can't remember the grade, but I do remember it being on the second floor. Laboratory. The second floor.
You don't remember this dude in like the 5th or the 6th? Might have been the 4th, no, 5th, 6th. This tall, dark-skinned dude named Michael. He was flat-footed and slew-footed.
He had a mole on his nose. Was that him?
No, you thinking
Did
about
he play basketball? Oh, you know what? That sounds like his name.
Yeah, you thinking about. Yeah.
My bad.
Not Andre.
My bad for putting on non-retards as retards.
But no. But Michael wasn't retard. Michael wasn't a retard, but you know what I'm saying? But one day, that nigga had to use the bathroom. This nigga got shit all on his white shirt.
Is that the one who had to his mama made him ride home on the roof of the car?
This nigga she made that nigga ride home on the trunk, nigga.
Yeah.
On the back of the car and shit like shit all she probably went and got this shit washed after that shit.
Oh man.
I ain't go inside and help him.
Oh my goodness. And I bet
you got so keep going in there. I'm going to the car wash.
I bet you they told her it was an accident. And that's all she got. And she wasn't prepared for what he done did.
On his shirt. That nigga used to walk funny too, boy.
Oh man,
a lot of funny shit happened to that nigga. We was in class, bro, quiet as hell. You know when the students actually in there doing their work and shit. Like must have been a fun ass assignment or some shit. You're doing this work, nigga. Motherfucking desk was like, fuck. That whole desk came from up under that motherfucker like this. Nigga. The 4 legs,
looking like a giraffe.
The 4 legs came from up out of that motherfucker, nigga. That nigga was like this.
Look at a giraffe when they spread all the way out.
Yeah, that nigga, yo, the whole class was rolling, man.
Oh man.
All that nigga could do was just sit there, man.
So he was destined to ride home on a trunk.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. Like, nigga, you look like a nigga that'll ride home one day on his mama trunk. I bet money that shit gonna happen to your ass one day.
Buddy, that's gonna happen. Why? Why? I bet you before you get done with elementary, it's gonna happen. I bet.
Before we get our ass up out of here.
Oh man, but let's keep moving, man. What I was getting at with the whole smell and odor thing is synonyms and antonyms. You know the difference between the two?
What is it?
Synonyms are words that with the same meaning, just different words.
Yeah, synonyms. Yeah.
Antonyms are words of the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, good and bad, up and down for the antonym. And I kind of realized that with this whole me observing conversation that goes on in the world and how we don't know how to talk to each other for the most part, that's another form of us not being able to talk to each other because we talk in not only pronouns. I mean, not only do we talk in phrases, pronouns is another one we talk in, just blabbing that out there as a sidebar. Like, that just gets on my nerves right there, for real, for real. It's a very common thing. Talking in pronouns, like, yeah, I'm supposed to know who he is, who she is, or who. But
or even saying people's names too,
as if we know the person that you work with.
Because you know, Junior, he went out there the other day. Junior did. What is Junior?
But that's a sidebar. But now I'm noticing that we speak using synonyms as if they're antonyms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And what I mean by that is, you ever heard of the phrase or ever heard somebody say, why are you being so self-conscious over that?
Yeah.
Or stop being so self-conscious. And then probably that same person in the future of that same statement would probably say, be more aware. Be more aware of yourself, be more aware of your surroundings.
But you said self-conscious, bro, right?
But yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Self-conscious in the word conscious and the word aware means the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But we say you don't need to be self-conscious of that, but be more aware though. I'm like, you telling me not to be conscious of ourselves, but be conscious of ourselves.
Self-conscious is something different though.
Self-aware is the same thing. Being no matter how you use
self-aware, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, aware and conscious, however you use it, means somewhat the same. Self-conscious, self-aware, they're literally the same thing. You telling me to stop being conscious of myself, but then turn around and tell me to be aware of myself, which is to be conscious of myself. So which one is it? That'll be us fusing phrases together, especially if the person who's been spoke to don't ask questions, which is usually or typically the case, where you don't ask questions to further on what you mean by what you're telling me.
Okay, I see how you saying it.
I feel that's a big issue with communicating, period. Along that, what goes along with that is on not the most recent show, the episode prior, I think it's 155. We was talking about something, and one of us, I think it was me, but one of us said, you don't hear nothing that you said. Like basically you're not hearing yourself talk.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to what you're saying yourself, even though which is the reason why you would say something out loud, or how I think it's the reason why you would say it out loud, so you can better hear how that sounds to yourself and to somebody else. So all that combined with what I'm about to tell you, this person you got to think about what she's saying. I listened to this interview on the Breakfast Club, and I forget the artist's name, but she has a album that just released called Alpha.
Oh, okay.
And she was on there on the Breakfast Club doing her interview. Something about spirits or religion came up, and she has said one of the most comical things about religion that I have ever heard in my life. Angela Yee asked her something about dead people or something like that. And she stated, I don't talk to dead people. I talk to Jesus. People who talk to dead people, they believe they're talking to somebody, but they're gone. So basically, she skips the third party, which is the dead person, I would assume, and goes straight to Jesus. And that had me thinking, like, oh, well, they're both invisible. If you want to put it in that way that you're just putting it in, your logic for not speaking to dead people because you believe that they're gone, and you believe that people who talk to dead people think that they're talking to dead people, and you think that's kind of ludicrous, then you turn around and say, I speak to Jesus instead. They're both invisible. You're talking to somebody that you believe is there, and they're talking to somebody that they believe is there. So, Christian, that's what I could think of. I don't know if she's Christian or not, but that sounds extremely Christian-like to me.
Basically, when you believe in something supernatural, you're not gonna see it.
Hey, you believe that you see in it for the most part, or whatever it is you're getting out of it, you believe in it.
But you shouldn't be seeing it, but you can't see it. You say you see it, then I'm thinking something else going on.
See, but that falls under imagination, which would be the
Yeah,
religious part of it.
Yeah, man. Hey, I imagine every day.
Yeah,
that's something different.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, yo, man, right there, and after talking to him, and I'm gonna have to I might have to give you some help.
You see how that person ain't listening to what's coming out of their mouth, ain't paying attention to what's coming out of their mouth, but yet they telling somebody some deep stuff they believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like that don't make no sense. Like anywhere I go, at the end,
you don't see it. You don't see it.
Exactly. At the end of both conversations, nobody saw nobody. Yeah. Whoever you, if I'm talking to granddaddy, great granddaddy, I ain't see that nigga. And if you talking to Jesus, you ain't see that nigga. Anywhere I go, we're both talking to invisible people that we believe is there, but you're downing the person that talks to dead people.
Could be there. And they could be there.
They could be there, but you're
about to see them though.
You're downing the person that talks to dead people and believe is there, but it's okay that you're talking to Jesus because it's Jesus, whether he's there or not.
You can't see him either.
And right. You can't see him either, but you're downing that person though.
Right. Like, and you used that as your example. Like it's not like,
yes.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that because you're doing the same thing that person doing.
Exactly.
You just being silly in the Lord's name.
Exactly. You put amen at the end of yours.
Right.
That's the only difference.
Yep.
That's how I'll see the combination of us talking in phrases and us using synonyms as antonyms and combining those together in a conversation, and that's everyday dialogue now. I just feel like we got to break that.
A lot of people don't know what a lot of words mean either. I'm realizing.
Yeah, man, yes. That's the major issue.
It's so wrong, bro. Like, even one word, I'm just throwing one word out there. A lot of people mix up bought and brought.
You said thought?
No, bought, which is the past tense of buy.
Uh-huh.
And brought, which is the past tense of bring.
Mm-hmm.
They use both of them as one. They'd be like, yo, man, you know, I went to the store, you know, so I brought a, or they'll say,
I brought a,
yeah, or they'll say, you know, they say, oh yeah, my girl bought me she bought me a what's her name over to the house. Like, it's brought me over to the, like, she didn't buy you over to the house.
She didn't bought you over to, see?
Yeah.
See?
She bought me you know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling good, man. She bought me a pan of soup to the crib. Like,
exactly.
It's brought, nigga. Like, learn how to talk, bro. Like, people don't be knowing how to talk and they be out here trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they
exactly. That's because we don't know that synonym We had to cut this episode short due to internet issues, but this will get brung up in the future some way, somehow, in a random conversation of sort. You know how we do. Thank you for listening. Hit it, Johnny.
If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, you can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening, whatever talk.